first for San Antonio. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the power forwards position. And for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4-man position.
You know, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last season, guys, was that they were able to finish games strong. You think a group of vets might run out of gas, but the opposite was true with this group. They turned it up down the stretch and were one of the most productive teams in the league in terms of fourth-quarter points.
Here's Chalmers. Passes it to Bosh. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Well, Clark, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last year in the fourth was because they have so many options when possessions, Steve, start getting critical and the game is tight.
Well, no question. You got Parker to create off the dribble. You can always throw it into the low post to Duncan. But on top of that, you've got a roster full of guys who understand how to play the game and know how to play each other. Just the experience that this group has gained together over the years, I think, allows them to execute under pressure.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Kev, he needs to be more cautious. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
And Miami making a change here. Allen's checked in. Leonard attacking. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
And Bosh backs down. Allen outside. Back to Bosh. And that's going to be a treble.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
Yeah, it's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing efficient basketball.
Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Right side, Green. Wide open. Good on the jump shot. Green's got his first points of the game.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And I've also got to say, Steve, that I really like how he's able to adapt defensively to really... Whatever the situation is, there are a number of ways he can come at you at that end of the floor.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslam, born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks again, Doris. And back to Haslam. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence, took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida. And he had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Not a fast start here for the Heat. Looking for their first basket of the game. Allen passes to Haslam. Feeds it to Bosch. Kicks to Haslam. Pass to Chalmers. He dishes it to Haslam. Right side Bosch. Just 5 on the clock. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Leonard. Boom, he jams it straight down.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last...
Oh! How did that go in?
Unbelievable.
Oh, my, I can't believe what I just saw. Did you see that? There was no need for the Heat, and yet he still made it. Absolutely incredible.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Now here's Parker. Offensive rebound. Splitter. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Well, this was a very consistent free throw shooting team a year ago. They shot about 79%.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And that one falls for Splitter.
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, you know, Battier coming in here as a stretch 4. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs. And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
Allen kicks to Chalmers. The pass to Allen. Fires for 3. Shot's good. Allen's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And another specialty of his is the 3 ball from the corner. That's his signature shot. You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
And back to Popovich and the Spurs, he really makes a point of getting to know his players and have them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. In fact, back in 2012, he had the players watching the presidential debates together.
Battier's shot, good.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Parker with it. Now guarded by Cole.